everybody. How are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting for June 20th, 2022, time about 7:47 hours UTC. So we are going to discuss various topic as I've been updating all the time. Now we're going to see some bizarre scenarios occurring across the world globe. Apart from WW3 alignment, we see how other nations are progressing. Specifically, I want to delve first basis on the India environment where the mass protest has taken place. Recently, we saw earlier there was a mass protest with the Muslim community protesting against the India government over the remarks of Nupur Sharma, and later on it went a little bit violent as well. However, now there is another protest ongoing, which is basically the agnipath, or they call the agniveer, whatever the cause may be, but it's regarding the recruitment policy for India armed forces, where there's a pledge of 17 and a half to 21 years age of young youth can join. However, the policy has been trying to outline that the retirement will occur after 4 years, which has basically caused a stir and uncertainty towards the youth. However, the violent protest has not only seen many trains burned overnight and a lot of public property being damaged, but there has been a consent or consensus building up that it's a political nexus working behind the scenes to topple the BJP government. And this has now turned out to be something as a major loophole in security and lapses of the country. That's what is going on. So recently we saw many states, like specifically if you see this, Sasnagar Mohali has issued the order from the administration that to keep a tab on illegal visitors or visitors who are visiting from out of the state, unknown visitors, and massing up in big numbers to protest or to form some sort of vandalization of the public property, because Punjab, Ludhiana has witnessed vandalization and a lot of public property stations were basically attacked. Now, given the condition that has deteriorated over time for last 7 days, 6 days more to so, the protesters have now asked to completely shut down India. And today, June 20th, they have called for a complete shutdown, where we see huge pile-up of buses on the Delhi outer ference and the outskirts of Delhi. This has been all going because the government policy is not liked by many people. But I don't think they should take violence. That's the question here. Should they resort to violence? There has been a mastermind who has been arrested, ex-army man mastermind, but we don't know what they are up to next. So anyways, we'll keep tuned. Recently, the High Court in India, which is Punjab and Haryana High Court, has allowed the Muslim community to marry 16 years old girls in India. Yes, they have allowed the Muslim community. Only Muslim community is allowed. It's not for other communities like Hindu and Sikhs. They are barred from this system. Only Muslim community has the privilege in India. According to the High Court, they can marry 16 years old India girls. And this has been given because of the Muslim law, personal law, which allows Muslim community to marry 16 years old girl, and they have their own system, own law. So keeping heed to that, the Punjab and Haryana High Court has allowed. We see many various ramifications out of whatever goes on with the marriage part. There has been issues. There has been a push to build up a universal or the uniform marriage code, UMC, in India, which has failed so far. It has not come up because a lot of other societies or communities don't like religion, don't like to go with whatever rubbish other religion has to follow, they say. According to some of the other religions, they say they follow some rubbish. Let's say they don't allow girl to marry at 16. That's their rubbish. They don't believe. So this is a disharmony in religion, a religious affair, and that's how India has many different marriage bills or marriage statements or marriage commitments towards the religious community. However, the Muslim community over here has been allowed by High Court to marry 16 years old India girls. Also, they have given protection to the married couple who are basically fearing the threat from either parents or from community or from other India, whatever people are threatening them. So this is some quite a development. It was going on for some time. However, there is another issue which is coming up in India, and India government since 1947 has allowed India males to hyperactive sexual male to rape India females or sexual assault India females, also known as bedroom rapes of India. And since 1947 independence from UK rule, India government allowed immediately India males can rape their females, married females, and this has been allowed because they wanted to grow the population. Also, they wanted to give the upper hand to the males. At that time, females didn't have a voice, but now since females are having a voice, they're raising concern that why they are supposed to be raped in bedrooms of India houses, and that's quite a concern which is going on across the board right now. And despite many claims from different societies, different NGOs that bedroom rapes should not be allowed, but India government insists that this is how India has to function. It's the law of the land. If India females don't like the law, they have to think about it. They have to live by the law of the land, and law of the land says that the married male can rape a married female according to the India law system. So this has been a biggest blow towards the international community who thinks India is a democratic nation and allows free, fair value for females. Anyways, folks, we'll see how this goes on next. Also over here, a very popular godman, which is known as Gurmat Ram Rahim, has been given 21 days free time out of his jail time conviction. This is second time in 2022. Earlier in February he was given some time, and this has raising some eyebrows because a lot of other religious institutions who feel this is a rape convict and he should be treated with the harsh terms, not like lousy terms which India government is permitting, has raised the eyebrows of many institution NGOs that why India's government is following double standards. So anyways, folks, we'll keep following on these different topics. We'll quickly jump on this marital rape phenomena. This has been going on, and this basically has come up with the Western nations as well. What India is up to, what India government is up to. If 1.4 billion population, which approximately 666 million are married males and females together, then if bedroom rapes are allowed, which is marital rapes of India females, then what is the future of the nation? That's the contemplation which major Western nations and intelligence community is trying to understand, how India government is allowing it and why India females are openly getting raped in bedrooms. That's a question which they are trying to understand. But so far it's the land of the law of India that males can rape the females in known as the bedroom rapes of India. So far there are many deaths. Also there has been a recent article published that why India women are suiciding more than India males, and there is more suicide of females. That's a factor. It could be bedroom rapes of India, which is very popular. Also it could be because of the dowry system, where they're threatened or they're killed or they're slaughtered. Other reasons are that many times the illicit affairs with the other male members of the outside marriage by India female is a cause where the male simply slaughters the female. So these concerns are raising again eyebrows, and law system is supposed to tighten up. Anyways, we move on to other topics, which is basically the World War III event or the alignment. Now we see Russia over 110 days ongoing with the war with Ukraine has miserably failed. It has not able to occupy more than 1/5 of the territory of Ukraine, as it tried to impress the world that it will be able to do it within a week or so. So this has dragged on, and not only the support Ukraine has gotten from all other nations, but also the EU is keen to accept Ukraine as a member of EU. Also NATO is promising more and more support strategic military alliance towards Ukraine. Apart from that, we already saw how the US President Biden has signed a bill allowing billions of dollars of worth of arms, of strategic missiles, of multiple launch rocket projectiles have been offered to Ukraine from the US administration. This is all pursuing the matter that they want to stabilize the world. They want to have stability in the world peace community, whereas they are already viewing Russia as the aggressor. And Putin's war on Ukraine has basically exposed Putin how he is able to not manage the simple war with Ukraine, and how can Putin army or Putin Russia will be able to cope up with the aggression that it's trying to impose in case the NATO tries to take away border states like Finland, Norway, like Poland and other states, Estonia, towards the NATO alliance. This is a bigger ball game, folks. I'm going to discuss this later on, how this is going to impact the other geopolitical ball game, because we see a lot of other nations which are already aligned now since Russia invaded Ukraine since February 24, 2022. We have seen that the alignment of WW3 is complete, and this alignment is known to all other nations, and that's basically is going to be a trigger point for World War III. So anyways, we'll see how Ukraine goes on. There's another issue going on with the US, who is basically finding the India gangs, India teamwork, basically trying to threaten the US citizens from India, basically using a phone spoofing technology, where they call the senior citizens of the US sitting in India over the phone and befool them like impersonators, imposters, telling them that they are some agency or they're working some US government agency, and then they try to scoop up money from them. This has been basically organized criminal cartel in India. There are many pockets of those pockets of criminals who are operating behind the scene, behind the mask, calling the US citizens, and these impersonators are very perfect. They have all the information about the personal information about the person, and this is how they are already operating in India. So anyways, folks, moving on, we'll see how the impact of Ukraine war will impact the global GDP, which we know already is 2.9, and further we'll see how the India INR, India rupees, has been devaluating, has been gone down against the US dollar, not only US dollar but the dinar of UAE, all other major currencies. India rupees has fallen down almost like about, you can say, 10% every year. So with US dollar now, India currency is 78 rupees, which is basically coming down towards the 80 limit, and then it's going to be, you can say, hell break rules. Okay, folks, I'll leave you here, and you can see the flares from sun, CME activated, and there are other topics which I'm going to discuss later on. For now, I'm going to just sign off because this is the end of this session. See you later. Take care.